Hey there, welcome to Binary Options Champ. This is probably the only place where you can get free training to trade binary options, where you can make more money in 10 to 20 minutes sitting on your couch than you will sitting on a couch at your work or sitting in somewhere in a cubicle doing your 9 to 5. So you come at the right time. So what's included in the course? Well, you get all the necessary tools to make you successful. We have custom proprietary indicators to locate the signals, and we have the chart templates as well. Alright, we have a set of videos that are very easy to follow, and you can study at your own pace, but there is homework required. Okay, so you would need to go ahead and do all the back testing and show me that you can identify the signals on the charts, and then we will then take you forward and move you into one of our live trading rooms that we have on Skype. We have a support room for any kind of technical problems that you may have, and we also have the live trading room. Now, people are only invited into that room, okay, once they have achieved a 60% win rate or better, and that is all you really need to achieve in order to make a profit. Okay, so once you pass, you'll get one more strategy that will really boost your win rate, i.e. making more trades and more successful ones. And these can be used on the 1 minute time frame and also on the 5 minute time frame. And lastly, you get my support for life. Okay, and I normally charge around about $995 per month to receive my mentoring. Okay, so if you're not really familiar with the term binary options, what are they exactly? Well, did you know that trading the Forex, its daily traded volume has increased by over $1 trillion? I mean, that is huge. I started trading live in 2004, but I started practicing back in 1999, year 2000. And back then it was around about $3.2 trillion a day. 3.2 trillion, that's huge. And there is no other investment or stock market commodities in the world that trades this high. Stocks back then in 2004, early 2000, it was around about $65-70 billion being traded just in the stock markets every single day. So Forex is just like huge in comparison. Okay, and there's a massive amount of money to be left on the table, up for grabs. $5.3 trillion daily as I record this video, and that is something that we cannot leave on the table, and doing binary options is one method. So what does this have to do with Forex, you ask yourself? Well, it has to do with it a lot. On the left hand side you will see a picture that actually has the words downtrend on them. As you will see, if we start from the top here, once a significant area has been broken, a trend is then established, and where that trend will end is all dependent on previous data. At Go as day traders like myself, we are trying to make educated decisions on whether the trend is going to go down or whether it's going to go up over a certain period of time, i.e. over a period of a day, or maybe over a period of 8 hours, which is really the proper way to trade. There are other ways to trade, and that's not here or there for the moment. I can explain that more in our Skype groups if you're interested. But at the end of the day, we as day traders are not really concerned with the immediate action after the trade has been opened. But with the binary options, we are concerned what happens immediately next. You will see to the left that we have some blue and red bars. Each one of these are candles, and each candle has its own kind of personality, it has its own sentiment inside it, and it will tell you, for the most part, where the next candle is going to go. And unfortunately, a lot of day traders don't even get this correctly. So doing binary options is a little bit more advanced, bit more technical. You have to have a lot of sound knowledge to do this, but guess what? I have broken it down to a science over the 20 years of experience almost that I've had, the 2 decades, almost 2 decades that I've had with trading binary options. I've got it down to a science where I can take anyone off the street, bring him in, and show them how to do this. Now, you know, going back to kindergarten school where we had one of these, fit those weird different shapes into, a hole that has the same shape. And your goal as a kid is try to identify the pattern and then put it into the slot, right? Well, this is just the same thing. We're trying to identify formations that appear in the market, and then we act on them. And there are different ways that you can approach the binary options in order to find a signal what's going to happen on the next bar. So what I do is I help break it down to a simplified form where you will identify this pattern and you go, yep, okay, I'm going to do a call here, or I'm going to do a long. Call which is long, or a put which is going to be short. Okay, so it's really, really dead simple. And even you can do this. I guarantee it. Okay, now, basically it's just a bunch of ones and zeros. I mean, as you can probably tell, the binary is just a collection of ones and zeros. I mean, our PCs and Macs, phones, tablets, you name it, all run off bits of data containing strings of ones and zeros, which forms a byte or a character. Alright, so by the time I've done with you, right, and I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot of hand holding. Okay, you'll be shouting out like 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 and doing this in your sleep. And if you're good at binary, you'll know that spells out winning. Okay, now if you're wondering about what candles are, okay, well, this is what they basically look like. And the Forex and the binary is similar, but the binary, we're not really using their charts on their websites. We're actually using stock charts or Forex charts, but in this particular case we're going to be doing the Forex charts. And there is a reason for that, but I don't really want to explain it in this video because your time is precious, so I want to try and get you inside as quick as possible so you can take advantage of this. Okay, but in short, you will see that we have some red candles and some blue candles. Okay, and this is what the formations look like. The red candles basically represent the binary of 0, and the blue candles represent a binary of 1. Anything of a 1 is a positive, or anything with a 0 is null, or it's a negative. Okay, so it means it's going to be the opposite of the positive. So if we were to consider as day traders with Forex that the start of here was 0, this would be 1 if we knew that the next bar was going to go up higher. So there was a lot of bars that were actually taking place here, like over a period of 17 hours. There are 17 candles here, and each one of these candles, they represent a 1 hour time frame. So there were 17 hours that passed by. So as day traders, we have to wait for a long time for our open trade to reach to the bottom, close out our trade, and then look for the signal to go back the other way. But we still use the same signals with the Forex. Like here, I will tell you that this bar here and this bar here is a 2-bar formation, as it's referred to, and it's called a bearish engulfing pattern. Well, actually, if you are familiar with Forex, you'll correct me there and say, no, Loz, it's not called a bearish engulfing pattern, it's called a bullish engulfing pattern. The bulls go up and the bears go down, and this is a bearish trend, as it starts from a high and heads to a low. Okay, but this here is actually called a bullish engulfing pattern, and then basically the next bar will go up higher. These patterns are very, very strong, and they have an awesome accuracy. I'm talking like 8, 9 out of 10 times. However, these appear all over the place. But there is a bit of the secret sauce that I throw into the mix that almost guarantees an 8 to 9 win rate. It takes a little bit of practice to get there, but I have students that even haven't done anything like this before, or have maybe heard about it but never really approached it, or see it in passing, but never acted off of it. But there's still people there that can identify what it is I'm trying to say, because as I said, I've corrected my method of approach to explain to people how this is done over the advice that I've received back from people saying they didn't understand it here or didn't understand it there. Could I explain it a different way? And that's what I've done. I've simplified it down to a fine art that you will do this with a high accuracy after a couple of weeks. I've got guys now that are hitting like 72, 74, 78% win rates. I have a lady that I was just teaching today, and she was doing like 3 days worth of studies, and just studies alone she's hitting like 70-75% already. Now she's been invited into the live trading room, and then we're going to be doing some live trades together. I mean, it's awesome stuff. It's real fun. But yeah, as I say, this is all we need to worry about, is where that secret source is and where that formation appears. And then put the two together, and then you'll go ahead and do the trade. But here you will see that it takes us 17 hours, and we don't want to wait really 17 hours, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, trading Forex over a long period of time is still a good investment vehicle to jump into. But binaries offer you the rewards so much quicker, over a period of 15 seconds or 30 seconds or 60 seconds or over a period of 5 minutes, and you can get back anywhere between like 60 and 85% back on your investment. Alright, so look here, I mean, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candle bars here. So over a period of 9 minutes or 45 minutes, depending on which time frame that you want to act off your signals. And you'll see that here is another signal here. This bar engulfs this bar. Can you remember where it's going to go, what's going to happen next, and why this would be a good signal to act off? So basically our goal as binary traders is that we need to guess where the next bar is going to go, not where the trend is going to be over a period of set days, which is how long it takes for a trend to be established and can be completed. It could even take maybe 4 or 5 days for a whole trend to be completed before it reverses and goes back the other way. But with the binary, we really need to be on top of our game, and this is why I've broken things down to a science that you can spot these patterns a little bit like that, putting around peg and around hole stuff. And then once you do that, you'll be making a lot of winners. So basically, choose correctly and you'll win. It's really as simple as that. Make educated guesses and turn what seems like a 50-50 chance of winning into a pure certainty of achieving 68 to 84% win ratio. I mean, all you need to do is tell the website that you feel the next candle is going to be higher or lower in the next 60 seconds all the way up to the 30 minutes. And if you're right, like I said, you'll get 60 to 85% profit on top of your investment. Now, I mean, you can do this. I have actually gone out, okay, I've gone to get a kebab, and while I'm waiting for my kebab to be, given to me, I'm sitting there on my phone and I'm doing a trade. And before my dinner's been arrived, I've won, and it's paid for my dinner. And I will show you, through these videos how accurate these signals are. And you can do the exact same things, like writing checks at will. And it is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, let's recap. Can you remember what this pattern is? And where will it go? Now, if you guess that the next bar is to be assumed to go lower, then you are correct. Alright, but if you got it wrong, don't worry about it. Just go over the video again and then remind yourself that you were wrong last time and it's the opposite, and then you'll get it right. And then every time you see it on the charts, you'll be like, oh great, you'll get these goosebumps that arrive. It's awesome. So how much can you make? You might be asking yourself. Well, I know saying that 65% and 85% or 60% to 85% win ratio, or how much you get back on your RI is not really a great example of how much you can make, but it really depends on you. Through my experience trading binary options, it's best to get in and get out. It's very easy to lose your focus, and it's very easy to be greedy, and it's very easy to be desperate. And these are combinations for an ingredient that spells disaster. You need to have a plan, and if you go off of that plan at any time, then you only have yourself to blame. and you have to be alert enough to pull yourself away from that disaster path that you might be following down and pull yourself back in and stick to that plan. Now, what I'm showing in these videos is enough for you to achieve a 60% win rate or more. And our goal is to do no more than 10 trades a day. And this can take over a period of anywhere between, say, 15 minutes to maybe an hour to do 10 trades. And there isn't going to be just one currency pair. As with the Forex, we can trade the pound versus the euro, or we can trade the euro versus the dollar, or the pound versus the dollar, and so forth and so on and so on. Alright, and we can do, many of these simultaneously, or we can choose more than one signal to act off. So you could actually get maybe 2 trades in inside 5 minutes. So it's very easily possible to make and walk away with a positive 2 units for that day. So if you're achieving a 60% win rate and you're allowing yourself 4 losses out of 10 trades, the 4 losses take away from the positive 6 trades that you did get, gives you a positive 2 units. So those positive 2 units per day works out to a lot over a period of time. Okay, so the more time that you put into it, obviously the more money you will get back. And if you are really good and confident with yourself, you might want to go for a second session of making 10 trades. But again, you have to stick to our plan to make it work, and if you don't, you're doomed. But if you're even new, will it work for you? Well, yeah, I don't see any reason why not. I mean, you remember the pattern on the previous slide. If you got that correctly, then you can do this. You've already qualified. Alright, it is really simple. You got to be determined, and you got to be persistent to do better and be more successful with yourself. And I'll tell you what, it's not the learning part that people get wrong here. There are a lot of intelligent people out there, and they're picking this stuff up really quick. I'm quite surprised at how many people have picked this stuff up. Mind you, I will say that this information has been refined over time, so it wasn't like a hit and run out of the gate straight away. I had to do some tweaking to it, and the tweaking now will allow you to do this. But the problem is that I can only teach you so much, and I can teach you or explain to you the experiences that I've gone through. But whether you pull that plug or pull the trigger, so to speak, then it's down to you on controlling your mindset. And if your mindset is shot, then you need to say to yourself, you need to be strong and say, okay, this is not going to do well for me today, I'll come back tomorrow. Or just control yourself, just control your emotions. And if you can control your emotions, you're already a winner. Seriously, you're already a winner. Alright, so what do you do now? Well, this is important, okay, so I want you to really pay close attention. I can only offer this course to you for free if you sign up to a binary options broker that I recommend. Now, if you already have a binary option broker account, you must get a new account, but that account must be different from the one that you signed up from before. So if there were 5 to choose from, and 2 of those places that you've already have, you have to choose a different one, a third, one of the other 3 that are available. You see, I get a tiny commission when you sign up and make a deposit of $200 to $250. Alright, so basically it's a perfect barter. A third party pays me to train you. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. But there's more. I'm also offering a $100 don't go broke guarantee. Yep. You heard right. I mean, unlike a lot of places who offer these trading gimmicks for free, it's pretty similar to what I'm doing. I'm asking you to sign up to an email form, and then I'll sort of email you from time to time with some more offers that I'll have in the future, or I might recommend someone that's really good at their craft, and I think that you might be interested in it. But that's very rare that I do that anyway. I'm very fussy when it comes to finding people that are really good and actually does what it says on the paper. You might come across these really stupid gimmicks lately that are hitting out there like wildfire fire out on the internet. It's these Trader's Choice progressive wagers. For instance, there will be on the binary website a gauge which is called Trader's Choice, which basically lets you know what that particular network is receiving in terms of sentiment for that particular currency pair. So whether it's swinging more towards going up higher in the next X period of time, or whether it's going to go lower over an X set period of time, you know. And you see, their strategy is that you need to make sure that the Trader's Choice has like a 63 to 68% favor for that currency pair to go in one direction or the other. And if it's saying that it's going to go up higher, then you click on the call button, and you click on the call button on a 1 minute time frame, 60-second countdown on the turbos that you have on these binary sites at any moment of time, not sort of like dead on when the next minute is about to start, or you know, it's crazy. You can click on this 60-second button, you know, at any time, and then if it loses, you got to double up, and if it loses again, you got to double up on the third time, and if it loses again, it's been said that on the fourth or fifth time you're guaranteed to win that wager. No. I mean, that's just absolute nuts. Why would you risk, you know, up to $250, maybe $500 to win all that money back that you lost, plus a little bit of profit on top, which works out not even 1%. It's just crazy numbers, and there is no logic to this approach. It's a crazy approach. And I will tell you something. These people that are offering all of these kind of like strategies are probably geared to fund these brokering accounts, because they know that over a period of time you will lose using that strategy. This is why they can afford to pay me to train you. I mean, I could offer this, you know, for X amount of dollars, okay, and still got a commission and not done any of this. But I'm not like that, you know. I mean, I'm a man of my word, and I hate it when other people are out there getting scammed. You know, it's not you that are actually making these bad decisions when it comes to doing the trading. You've been shown the wrong way. You've been lied. These guys that are doing this, who sign up to these brokers, they get up to like $350 commission. You know, they don't need to support you on their product. Why should they? They got it for free. That is their mentality. And regardless whether you got my product for free or whether you paid for it, you'll always get my support. Alright? You know, so your success is my success, basically, at the end of the day. You know, and in order to guarantee that success, I'm offering $100 don't go broke guarantee. And basically what that means is that during the times that I'm actually with you, physically looking over your shoulder, looking at your desktop, looking at your browser, looking at you doing these trades, if you lose $100 during the time that we're actually working together, I will give you $100 from the commission that I receive. So you don't lose anything. Sounds pretty fair, right? I mean, I can't let you go off and expect you to do well straight away and think that my job is done. No. The hand-holding continues until you can do this on your own. But what makes this a lot more fun is that we're going to be inviting you into live trading sessions with the rest of the group, and it's awesome. It's having like a signal service. Everyone's collaborating and finding different signals on various different currency pairs that we are using to make money from the binaries. And it's a real lovely feeling. And the atmosphere is absolutely awesome. And you know, I think you'd probably regret it if you didn't join. I mean, but I'm biased. But hey, on the off chance that if you're interested, on this page you'll either find an email form or maybe a link going to our website if it was on YouTube or on Facebook. But please make sure that when you come over to the website that you enter your first name and the best email to receive the information. Now this is really important, alright? You need to check your spam and your junk mailbox after like 5 or 10 minutes. I've done some tests and 8 times, 9 times out of 10 they've always ended up into the spam box for some reason, and I really don't know why. We seem to be having a lot of problems with autoresponders these days. But but if it does arrive, whitelist my email. Okay, run a Google search on how to do it with your with your Windows Mail software, or Google or Yahoo or Hotmail, whichever service that you use. Alright, and when you receive the email and you've whitelisted it, create like a folder or something so you can redirect the new emails into that folder. Okay, but when you get that email, you must confirm your subscription. There will be a link in there, okay, that will let you know that once you've clicked on it that you subscribed, and then once you've clicked on that link, you'll then get another welcome email with the instructions sent to you. But if they're not delivered, it's probably because you didn't click on the link, or maybe there's some problems along the way. But don't try again with a different email. Use the same email address, but don't enter it in again. Just basically contact me at LOZ, which is and BOC at binaryoptionschamp.com, so I can fix some problem for you. Okay. Alternatively, for immediate support, you can Skype me on FXWiz 2004. That's FXWIZ 2004. Okay. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did get to the end of this video, I will tell you that you will not be disappointed. Alright, and you're going to have a lot of fun. So welcome, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.